It took me 30-some years to come to the understanding that you are an artist, because I had a passionate hate for people who would call me an artist. I'm like, I am not an artist. I don't care what I'm drawing, what I'm painting. I don't care that I want to go to art class all the time. I don't care that I'm in an art school. I am not an artist. And it was just like, no, please don't call me that. It was an insult because you never had any positive things about artists. They're crazy. They're out of their mind. They're weird. They're starving. It's like, I don't want to associate myself with any of those things. But then I had to come to an understanding that I am an artist.
I am an artist. This short declaration was once a place of intense struggle and denial for Orealjinal Bluntson. But nowadays, she proudly wears the title of artist while inspiring others to live in their truth.
As of now, Oreal is an artist. I am a mom. I'm a wife. I would say those are more like the hats that I wear. But I would say the thing that most people don't know about me is I'm pretty funny. I do say so myself. Because I have like this intense presence that people tell me that I bring to a room, which I don't get. It's like, I don't know, people get intimidated by me a lot of times. I don't know if it's because I'm just serious, but I'm pretty funny. I'm very kind. If I love you, it's like I really love you. If I don't like you, I just don't like you. There's no in between with certain situations. So a lot of times I can get into this space where I am extremely like passionate. What do you call it? An extremist. So it's like I'm all for art. So I'm just like all for art. And if I don't like something, I just don't like it. It's like, don't even mention it to me. So I would guess I'm an extremist to a certain degree, but that's just who I am. So that's another thing I'm learning, to just stand in my truth, and the more I do that, I know that the hand of God will take me further. I am from West Palm Beach, born and raised. My father is from Jupiter. My mom is from Georgia, but my mom's side of the family is Bahamian. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Just plain old black folk. I've always enjoyed art. Like, I was a kid. You know those little craft sets you used to buy? Koala crafts, Lisa Frank. That was my girl. Shout out to Lisa. Lisa Frank, you know, she took me to places where everybody else could not take me. But I've always enjoyed art, like to the point where I'm a Dreyfus graduate, and I remember I had an English class, which for some reason this class was placed in the art building. It was like the only class. So anyway, I would leave photography class, go to English class, check in just so the teacher could see my face, then leave like I'm going to the bathroom and go right back in photography class. Just so I could do art. I just want to do art all day. I did not want to be in class, but I was a great student, okay? I've always enjoyed art. Like, I can't ever think of a moment where art was not a part of my life. Even just like a general walking, talking, television. Like, I'm always creating in my mind, even if it's not being applied to the canvas. Like, oh, okay, I like that line. I like that color. Those patterns go good together. So I'm like just always in the art space. Life, plain and simple. Like straight up life. Like all those like hard times, that's the best part. Like that's the most beautiful part of it, because you get to see what you really have lying in you. You get to see the strength that lies in you. You get to see the love that lies in you, the love that does not lie in you. You get to see so much from life. And everybody has their own experience. Like, how could that not be art? Like, art is supposed to be a unique experience on canvas or photography or paper or whatever. It's just unique. So life is definitely parallel to that, to me. So I'll get these ideas, right? So I'll see something that will inspire me. It could be a color, it could be a thing. And then my mind goes to create this image. And then while I'm creating it, I'm kind of like, what am I doing? Unless I have like a purpose that's like for me, like I wanted to do something about natural hair. But this piece right here, I'm like, okay, well, I'm painting all these triangles. I want to, like, want to do something by it looking up, and it's a little dark. But then as I go through the process, I start to get a revelation about the pieces. Even sometimes after I'm done, I still don't know what's going on. Sometimes I might not know exactly what this piece means until I'm at an art show and somebody's like, so what does this mean? And I'm like, what? Okay. Because I really had no clue, but it's like later, I just feel like God speaks to me and he's telling me, okay, this is what I had to be painting. So this one, I was doing it, I'm making this piece and this person's looking up and you have these triangles. And then after I finish, God is like, okay, well, the triangles represent me and it's the issues of life. And you have to understand that these things are going to come around you and shape you and form you, but you have to wear them and you have to let them make you be a beautiful being and not something where it's ugly. And you stand still in those situations and let me continue to just form you. So I'm like, okay, God, you do your thing. But in the end, the piece ended up being called Be Still. And he was just letting me know, just be still and know that I am God. Like, no matter what's coming at you, it's, the triangles look sharp and jagged, but God is all in the situation. So you just gotta rest in the situation, basically. I used to be like sincerely passionate about photography, which I plan on getting back there. But right now I just love acrylics painting. I'm starting to do a little bit more mixed medium, so adding other materials while I paint, but definitely painting. Okay. You don't go to Janet Jackson and be like, Janet, I want you to sing at my wedding, but can you sing Stevie Wonder? Stevie, I want you to sing at my wedding, but can you sing 2 Chainz? So I was like, why are you coming to me? You love my art, right? But then you'll come present another person's art to me and be like, can you paint that? For one, yes I can, but for 2, no I won't. Because we need to find that artist and give them props. And I have my own style, for goodness sake. I don't want to do that. No. So I don't have a problem with commissions, and I do try to fit my art into everyone's budget. But I'll tell somebody no, because sometimes it's just like, no, I'm not doing the Tweety Bird holding up peace signs. No, not today. No, not doing it. You're going to get what you put into it. So if you're starving, there's food somewhere. So how hungry are you? You gotta go eat. So it's just a matter of how bad do you want it? Is it supposed to be a hobby for you? Because maybe you're taking a hobby, but you need to be working. You need to be doing your hobby and you need to be working so you're not starving. Because you're not taking this serious enough so you can bring in the income or have the idea or step outside the box to where you're accomplishing whatever you're desiring to do. So, and I'm not saying you have to go for every single opportunity that's presented to you, because when you have something that is valuable, you don't take it everywhere anyway. So you have to understand even more that you have to say no. Your no will get you the yes that will feed you, versus doing every single yes and you starving. Yeah, you're starving. You don't have no energy because you were just misplaced and misdirected trying to do it your way. So. the advice I give my nieces right now, and I tell them this, anybody can do those things. Does it really take, I'm sorry, and I don't want to insult anybody, but for me, when I see people who go get a degree and they go get a corporate America job, I feel like anybody could do that. Because your degree doesn't even tell you what your GPA is. It doesn't tell you how many assignments you missed. It just says you did it. So how good of a student were you really? So then you get into this job, and they still have to train you for it. I mean, truth be told, if they took somebody who was probably a high school dropout, they probably could do the same job as you, if not better. So I don't tell my children, I tell them to go to college now. I do tell them that. At least strive for it, okay? But I do tell them, my nieces and my children, understand that that is not the option. That is just an opportunity. You can still do what Beyonce, what all them people doing. I don't say, oh, be a celebrity. I say, people pay Beyonce to hear her sing. You can do that too. People pay such and such to play basketball. You can do that too. People pay somebody making them sheets. You know how many t-shirts there are in the world? Like, that's not like one t-shirt brand. There's several t-shirt brands, and somebody out there paying for it. You can do it too. So it's like, stop discrediting people's dreams and desires because you done did yours. I mean, it's too much talent in the world that is different for everybody to go clock in on somebody's job and do the same thing. That's just, to me, that's crazy. My plan is I want to have Original Desijns cross over into doing home decor. So I don't want my stuff to be on like phone cases. I ain't got time for that. Bring me a case and I'll just do it for you real quick. $20. Okay? But I want my stuff to be like on pillows. I want it to be on sheets. I want it to be curtains. Like, I want to incorporate it into home because I've always loved interior design. So home decor, Original Desijns. You know, you might go into Target and be like, oh no, I want the Original Design pillow. Get your rain check. Get you right. Hello. So I don't care what opportunity or dream you have to be willing to invest in you first. Because a lot of times, nobody else will do it. You're going to have to buy your own materials. You're going to have to, sometimes you may break even, sometimes you may come at a deficit. But you have to keep going for whatever you're desiring. It's not going to come easy. If you actually sit down and you listen to these people who work hard, who have these dreams that come true, they had to get a lot of no's before they got a good yes. And that one yes, I would say, take that one yes. But if you're not in position to get the yes, then you're going to always be where you are.
To learn more about Oreal Bluntson and Original Desijns, follow her on Instagram at Original1.